Okay, Jibs, what do you want to build next?
I want to build Lego water that looks like real water.
Okay, how are we going to do that?
Well, I've been thinking about it for a bit, and I thought about springs and maybe rubber bands or something underneath to make it work. But the only thing that I can think of is water, actual real water, underneath the Lego, making it move.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's see what we can come up with.
Yeah, well, here we go.
The first thing we prototyped was how the Lego sits on the water and moves freely, and once we had a basic design, we ordered 500 blue bricks and 500 tall bricks in the cheapest colours. We then went about assembling our water and the frame that supports them. Once that was done, we started experimenting with ways to make the water move, which was harder than we thought. The Lego was not strong enough to pulse it from underneath, and the gears were slipping even at slow speed. We then moved to pulsing the water from on top, and tried different strengths and speeds to find the one that gave us the best ocean wave effect. We also started on the display detail, such as these splashes we ended up removing. The design work started on the FedEx logos for the outside using whatever parts we had so we knew what to order. We had decided that a castaway theme would work best to showcase our water, and that the inside of the FedEx box would be a scene from the movie. We'd finally settled on a design and speed that gave us the best ocean wave effect, so then we started on the box itself. The box needed to hide the mechanicals and support the water frame and lid, as well as looking like the FedEx package from the movie. The lid would push down on the Lego Mindstorm's touch sensor to stop the display when the lid was closed. The underside of the lid needed to be the right colour as the public would see this when the lid was open. We made up other design elements as we went along to fill in some of the white space we had. Often we would prototype these in different colours and then order the bits we needed in the right colours. My wife painted our little Wilson for the ocean scene, and we painted a little FedEx package for a sunburnt and unshaven Tom Hanks to hold. The night before the display's first show, we made a last-minute decision to make a large Wilson. We looked at photos of Wilson online and worked with the Lego we had, and within an hour we had a Wilson to take with us. The time had come to debut the display at the Rainbow Bricks Mid-Coast Brickfest, which was the test run before the Sydney Brick Show. The display worked well during the morning and was very popular with the public, with many people wanting to know how it worked. It wasn't long before we had a problem though. The constant movement on the bag had caused a tiny split to form, leaking out water. To solve this before the next show, we tried double bagging the water, but the extra bag stopped the waves from being effective. So we ended up applying some tape where the motor pulses the bag. It wasn't long before we travelled down to the Sydney Brick Show. The display was working well and the water looked as good as we had hoped, but we knew there was a possibility of the bag splitting again, so we brought spare bags that we had prepared along with some towels. The display worked well for most of Saturday, although we did need a bag change in the afternoon. For Sunday we applied more tape, and this saw the bag last the whole day. The display was extremely popular with the public. The big Wilson attracted people to come over and have a look inside the FedEx box, and many people wanted to know how the display worked inside. Our efforts were recognised by the Sydney Brick Show Committee by awarding our display with the Best Creative Parts Use Award for using ordinary bricks in a new creative way.
The time is now 5 o'clock. We would like to thank you all for attending the Sydney Brick Show for 2018.
So, Sydney Brick Show is over, your display is finished, and it was quite popular, quite successful, and we made it through the last day with no leaks at all. How do you feel?
I'm glad it's over and I never want to see water again.
Alright. Excellent.